right, what's up? How's everyone doing? Welcome back to another episode of Normal Guys Talk Sport.
For real this time.
For real this time.
For real this time.
I guess we started up and it wasn't live, it wasn't going. I guess we live, we back. We come to you Wednesday at around 6:15 Central Standard Time. Come to you prime time.
Nene said she was waiting.
We was waiting.
She was waiting.
Thank you. We got Nene on the screen. Confirmed again. We thought
for real this time.
Me and Matt.
I was like, yo, why ain't no comment?
Yeah, me and Matt was talking about a good 5-10 minutes. You know, like I said, a little warm up round, little shoot around. You know
what I'm saying? See, we
live and direct. You know,
we had to. You know what I'm saying? Get a little practice running.
Yeah, respectfully. You know, it's one thing. It's there's a lot of variables to put on the live product.
Yeah.
So welcome back, everybody. Episode 14, Normal Guys Talk Sports at Never Satisfied Studios.
So Ed.
Yes, sir. How you doing? How's your week? How you been, man?
Man, week's been busy, man.
Yeah, but, likewise. Same.
You know, we still got to take a little bit of time out during the week to cover some sports.
Once a week, we will bring you one of your favorite shows.
So we can get started, man. NBA preseason.
Yeah, we'll get to NBA. So the NBA preseason has started, ladies and gentlemen. Exciting time, good times. We first start off with Media Day. That's when all the teams, take pictures in their jerseys. We still have final roster cuts to come, so that's not all the way done. We're having preseason games, and players are looking to earn minutes and make the team. So the NBA preseason kicked off in Japan. And there was 2 games with the Warriors and the Wizards.
Japan.
Yeah, it was. I just seen that.
Japan.
I just saw it on ESPN.
Japan.
So they had that going, and exposure. You know, the NBA is all about their international numbers.
Yeah.
So every time they get the opportunity to market, and brand,
the NBA is
capitalize on I don't want to get too political, but the NBA, it's a business. They're looking to make their money, especially when the big jump to the NBA, the salary cap. Side note is when the Dream Team, Jordan, the Olympics, the beginning of the second three-peat, that's when the salary cap went up. That's when the NBA, all these guys, weren't making $1 million contracts. The majority of, in the 80s for sure, no. In the 90s, Jordan had $30 million, and probably the next highest paid player was maybe $5 million.
It's almost crazy to think though.
And then there was a lockout in '99.
$30 million was a lot more back then.
Way more. But Jordan was the only one making the money. But Jordan was
he was everything to the league.
He was everything to of course. He again, he's starting the second three-peat, and again, I watched the Dream Team documentary. Come on, know your history, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You know what I'm saying? But that's how that developed. But again, that's the NBA is always and drafting international players and all that. So that's that.
So a lot of superstars got back on the court this week.
Yes. So on the 30th, I believe. Excuse me. On the 3rd of October, so we're coming to you Wednesday. So on Monday, there was a few games. You had the 76ers visiting the Brooklyn Nets, and you had Kyrie Irving, Ben Simmons, and Kevin Durant all touch the floor and play. So everyone's only playing 10, 15 minutes. They're playing everybody on the roster.
So KD He done stayed put.
He done stayed
put.
Let's get you the box score.
Stay your ass in the house.
Stay your ass in the house. 19 minutes.
Stay your ass in the house.
19 minutes, 13 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. You got Kyrie Irving, 19 minutes, 9 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and you have Ben Simmons, 6 points. 4 rebounds, 5 assists in 19 minutes. So it's not about, it's just, again, warming up. Let's figure out a game plan or two. Let's figure out each other, develop chemistry. And
that team's supposed to win, though, bro.
I'm part of me is rooting for him. You know what I mean? I don't want to see him go out. I want to see them go off on a good note.
Yeah.
I'm not a Durant hater. Maybe I've been, I'm more critical California teams, if anything else. So all love and respect to Kevin Durant, all love and respect to Kyrie Irving, all love and respect to Ben Simmons. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to be bringing up that team a lot because they're in the conversation.
Right.
They're in the conversation to contend. I feel the Celtics took a step. I'll get to them, but the Celtics took a step back. Everything's wide open.
I do have a question for you, Ed.
Yes, sir.
And this is just like specifically your opinion. Can you give me 2 breakout stars in your opinion?
Breakout stars. I mean,
for this NBA season. I'm talking about 2, you know what I'm saying? 2 breakouts.
Breakout stars. That's I would have to look at all the rosters real quick. But you got a lot of rookies coming in, so that's they don't have all the expectations in the world. I like what Cleveland's got going on. They got a lot of young guys. Again, they got four players that made the All-Star game last year on the roster. I think they're a team that's going to be relevant all year long.
Yep.
I think Brooklyn is in the conversation. Boston, if all that didn't happen, then yes, but I don't know. Philadelphia, you got Doc Rivers. James Harden still has to prove he can play, at a high level. Stars individually, I mean, I can't just narrow it down to 2 off the top of my head. I look for a lot, again, Kawhi Leonard to come back.
But I mean, I'm thinking about, maybe somebody,
like young players. De'Aaron Fox, shit. De'Aaron Fox needs to bring the motherfucking, needs to bring the Sacramento Kings back to the playoffs. We have the longest playoff drought in 16 years. I'm about to, so my boys played the LA Lakers in Los Angeles. The score is 105. You pull that score up. The 105, and I watched the NBA TV, and I got my boys on the NBA app. You know what I mean? So 105 to 75. Everybody played. All your favorite players on the Lakers played. Everybody on the Kings played, and it's developing chemistry with our best 2 players, with De'Aaron Fox, Sabonis in the trade, and then our draft pick at number 4, Mr. Keegan Murray from Iowa. And, he's proving a lot of time in the game. Jumping into the passing lane. And he is going to be in the conversation Rookie of the Year, and he's going to be important if your Sacramento Kings is looking to break the playoff drought of 16 years. We catch a lot of strays from the media, a lot of strays from other fan bases, and I'm here to put on for my team all season long. And yeah.
So how about we talk about obviously you spoke about your Kings, but what about the Dallas Mavericks, man? I saw a funny meme the other day, man.
Dallas Mavericks. Yes,
I seen a funny meme the other day, and it said this. It said the only white boy, and it was a picture of Jeffrey Dahmer. It's like the only white boy we can allow to kill N-words is Luka Doncic. What's the outlook on them?
I have somewhat. I mean, again, all love and respect to the city of Dallas. All love and respect to the Dallas Mavericks. The Kings and Mavericks had some playoff matchups back in my day. Google that. With the Peja Stojakovic era in Sacramento, along with the Dirk and Nash era in Dallas around the early 2000s. So I've seen a lot of Mavericks basketball, and like I said, they have Luka Doncic now. He's arguably one of the best players. Kings passed on in the draft, so I have a little animosity there. And, they're in the conversation. Jason Kidd is leading the way. Head coach is important. They made some moves. JaVale McGee, Christian Wood. They're in the conversation. Like I said, it's open. It's open. And moves are still to be made throughout the league.
When is the opening game for the?
We got 2 weeks until the season starts. Okay. 13 days is the last notice I saw. So 13 days, and then
we're gonna have NBA and NFL.
Yeah, and then there we go. And then we had on the same day we had the Clippers beat the Trailblazers. So shout out to Kawhi Leonard. I think he's one of the best of all time. I think he's one of my favorite players in the league. Outside the Kings, of course, the Clippers are my second favorite team for the record. and I see the Clippers being the favorites to win the championship. Part of me wants to see the Lakers do it, because of LeBron's sake. Of course, I don't want to see Golden State do it. But again, it's anyone's. It's anyone's
league right now, man.
Yeah, it's anyone's league, and it's no dominant team.
That's a good thing, though.
It's a great thing. You know what I mean? You had the 4 years straight with the Warriors and Cavaliers. It's getting a little too predictable. It's getting a little too, tedious routine.
What if the Warriors figured
because
out
that
again,
style
though?
of play wasn't going to happen in the 80s and 90s.
That's true.
You know what I mean? That style of play, somebody would fought all of them.
I know you got a little bit of animosity. I know you got a little bit of animosity towards the Golden State Warriors, but you got to let them be great, man.
No.
You got to let them be great, man. You got to let them be great.
It runs deep. We could go an episode like I've been.
You got to let them boys be great.
No, it runs deep. It runs a lot of years of my life.
Because granted, you know what I'm saying, I like to see you know what I'm saying, some variety in who's actually winning the championship. But they could very well go back. And win again.
I feel the ownership. I feel the franchise. I feel they didn't show love to Oakland the way they should have. They left Oakland, high and dry. Long story short, they've always been known as the Golden State Warriors. I've had people ask me, where do the Warriors play? And they played in Oakland for 10 years with Steph Curry. They just moved to San Francisco.
People get confused
on
by
the
that.
pier. Being from Northern California, I'm real. This is real. This is a very sensitive topic to me. When it comes to California sports, I'm from California, and I've been to a lot of these areas, and a lot of these stadiums, a lot of these games. I've been to Warriors games before they drafted Steph Curry. I've been to Warriors games when they had Steven Jackson and Monte Ellis in them. So I've been to Warrior games in Oakland. And then I've had an incident. Right. I've been to Oakland, and maybe I'll bring that up on the episode. But no. But shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody. I'm passionate about a lot of things. So that's how I deliver the message.
So, we 12 minutes in, and we got a comment coming in from YouTube. Wow, but this is a little. This is this is somebody who done popped in on us. So we in the U.S. I can't pronounce your name. You know what I'm saying? But I am gonna
shout out to wherever you are.
But I will read your comment. In football, my opinion.
We gotta pull up the Google Translate.
This year, Manchester City will win in the Champions League. They have the best brewer in the world. Brain, the Conqueror, and Harlang Holland. I'm assuming he's talking about soccer.
Shout out to the soccer. We got you say you got Manchester City.
So yeah,
I bet. You're dang right. Rep for Manchester. You better.
You know what I'm saying?
You better rep for Manchester.
But if you
loyal
get
to the soil,
I would shout your name out if I knew
bro.
how to pronounce it in English. So,
right.
But shout out to you for coming into the stream. You never know. We might fuck around.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Pop up on some soccer. You know what I'm saying?
We'll get you some soccer. You know
what I'm saying? Pop up on some soccer.
Hey, man. Yeah, we're gonna get you.
But shout out to you, my guy.
Yeah. Let's see. The Tuesday the 4th, you had the Knicks and the Pistons played. Timberwolves and Heat played. Pelicans and Bulls played. Zion played. So, there's something to look out for. Jazz and Trailblazers. A lot of teams playing. We got Wednesday. We got 2 games right now. Live, we have the Pacers at the Hornets in the first quarter, and then we have the Cavaliers at the 76ers on NBA TV. I put it up on the phone right now on NBA TV. I get that game.
You got the subscription?
Yeah, I do.
I feel
because I got the Kings league. You get one team or you get the whole league, and it's 2 different deals. And I got the Kings. Of course, I got the Kings.
Cavs 28-24.
So I don't gotta go out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could put right in the phone. I can watch my Kings on the phone in the car, or at the crib. I got what is it, like $13 a month? I'm subscribing to the Sacramento Kings. Believe it.
That's all right.
Believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like, believe it. I get a little tired of seeing some of the same teams on national television. A lot of small market teams do not get too many national televised games, and some teams will get, there's 82 games in the season. They're going to get 40, 50, 60 games. Cool, cute. But I feel there's 30 teams in the league. Unless you're a diehard fan of whatever team may be, like you're not gonna catch. You'd be lucky if you get like 3, 4, 5. You know what I'm saying? National televised games throughout the whole season, depending on, what team you root for. You know what I'm saying? But they push the stars. It's a star-driven league, and you're probably going to see the same 6, 8, 10 teams throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? On national television, unless you're in the local market or unless you get a league pass on the phone or Google it somewhere.
So our friend from overseas, are there hooligan fanatics in football and basketball in the United States like in Europe? In Europe, they do like smoke flares and we can't burn no chair in the stadium.
I say more so.
And we definitely can't no damn terrorist attack like heavy in there good. Hang your head, boy.
Or football to the rest of the world is most popular sport. Respect, love.
You gotta tell us how to pronounce your name though.
Yeah, I know, right? Real passionate. Again, they'll tear down some stadiums, burn some stadiums in some countries because it represents their country. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of these soccer teams are, as passionate they are. Soccer is probably 4th or 5th place, in the United States, respectfully. American football is more popular than basketball in my opinion, it goes because of viewership. You have football first, American football, basketball second, and then baseball. Baseball's third, and baseball has been older than American football and American basketball. But football, fans getting fights, fans be messing stuff up, because they're arenas and they're outside and there's more alcohol involved. The NBA, a little bit more family oriented. You see a lot of kids running around, a lot of, you're not getting fights in the no, not in the NBA stadiums, not so much. No, like they've cleaned it up. They want it because of sponsorships and the product. They're not going to give you WrestleMania. They're not going to give you the Royal Rumble.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like when they did in the 90s, you know what I'm saying, with, about half the league, 80s, 90s, and then, maybe shout out to you, Dennis Rodman, shout out to you, Ron Artest, you know what I'm saying? I go on and on, but, you try any of that now, yeah, you're suspended, it's not.
No, you're banned for life.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Majority of these guys are basketball players, respectfully, and they're Gen Z individuals. So that's a whole another conversation, but that's a lot of the league, Gen Z. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you got some millennials left. LeBron, you got LeBron in the conversation, you got Dwight Howard in the conversation.
Damn, we getting old.
Hey man, that's all right, man. Wisdom.
Whole league Gen Z?
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Some of these players born in the 90s. Some of these players born in 2000.
Yeah, I was about to say.
It's 2022. Like some of these basketball players, football players right now, 22 years old, born in 2000, playing professionally. I remember 2000. You remember 2000.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what that's between 1981 and 1996. Yeah. So again, you got Gen Z. Gen Z is making their wave, and it's a little bit more. It's a little more digital age. It's a little more skinny jeans. Have you seen Time Traveler 2005? Time Traveler. No. Man, I'll get to that later. We got Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes. This is a familiar name, I think. How you doing? Malice in the Palace. Exactly. The restriction, boy. Bet. Okay, look that documentary up in Netflix. What's the Netflix series? Oh yeah, look that was a good one. Look that one up. Look the Ann one up because I said the Monte Teo. That was the first one. Malice in the Palace. That was I think made before. Yeah, that was the first one I think. Malice in the Palace. The Monte Teo. We already reviewed that. You have the Ann one. The history of Ann one. Look that up. That's. If you wanted like the era, I seen that one too. Grew up around, you know what I'm saying? The era when we was in high school and all that. All this is on Netflix. Yeah, Netflix. Check it out. And then last but not least, I believe it's Flagrant Foul, and it talked about the Tim Donaghy, the referee, and he spoke on placing them bets. That and and he felt with some janky stuff along the way with some of the refs, some of the games, and when it came to Sacramento Kings playing the Lakers in 2002. Google that, YouTube that. So Real Madrid in basketball, YouTube that. A great team in Europe basketball. They've won 36 Spanish championships and 10 EuroLeague championships. Real Madrid is on an NBA level, and there are several other teams that are.
Thank
on
you
the NBA level.
to shout out to the platform of Never Satisfied of having fans in Europe somewhere reaching out to us.
So we see, you know what?
Yeah.
We don't know who you are, fam, but you holla at us when it's the Olympics and we gotta, you know what I'm saying?
No,
we got
we'll
the dream. We got the dream team. We had you on the show, bro. Come on.
What country? What country you from? You gotta
whatever. Drop what country you from in the chat, man. You gotta drop what country you from in the chat.
Thanks for tuning in, wherever you're at, for sure. I feel maybe half the show, give or take, is people that know me and Matt, maybe personally or connect to the studio, know the studio. Maybe the other half is, people on the internet. So special shout out to individuals who support the show that don't know us.
Absolutely.
And maybe know us through the platform or know us through someone else. Again, thank you to everyone. Thank you for everyone that's been on the show. Thank you everyone that supports the show. We can't thank y'all enough. We show gratitude every day for all you guys tuning in, man. So,
all right, Ed.
Here we go. So we touched on. Again, plenty basketball left. So
we ain't even got started yet with basketball. So we got a whole season ahead of us.
All right, we time check.
We 20 minutes in, but we on a tight schedule.
Yeah, tight schedule. So let's get cracking. Let's get cracking to week 4 of the NFL season.
And I got some shit to talk about.
Oh,
bro.
man, we go all in, man. Whatever. So we'll start chronologically Thursday game, and we'll make our way through.
We got about 40 minutes, so we can talk some shit.
Okay, here we go.
So,
long weekend, good weekend.
So we want to start back at Thursday though?
Okay,
I feel like we late, but we can still talk about it.
Yeah, because another game didn't pass, so that was the last Thursday night game.
Tua Tagovailoa's injury.
That was the narrative of the game. That was the narrative of the night. He's playing in his second game of the week. He just played that Sunday. XYZ. When it came to the protocol, things didn't work out or whatever. It's arguable, this and this and that. Someone got fired. It was independent. Long story short, he's playing on Thursday. They played the Bengals 27-15. Again, we just heard news that his reaction wasn't as good, and maybe his season is in question.
I gotta look this up.
In question.
I gotta look this up.
So while he's looking that up, shout out to all the QB2s in the world, and you had QB2 Teddy Bridgewater take over, and show some life, show some heart, has some big plays, had a big play for Tyreek Hill, I remember, so Teddy Bridgewater, he caught a stray last episode. It's all, he kind of was referenced and compared to Dak, but Teddy Bridgewater made the Pro Bowl 2015 with the Vikings. He's dealt with some injuries, and he still plays in the NFL and makes millions of dollars doing it. So shout out to him. Tua went through a lot. He went through a concussion protocol, and we don't know how deep it goes yet. But there's some reports out there floating around, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good for the young man. God bless him, health, wealth to him, and success to him. But the way he got up the first time and the first game and then the second game, maybe he needed to sit down for a week or two. What I'm saying? If not a month. If it's that bad, concussions are not and CTE and all this and all that. Young man, he is under 25 years old. He can sit down a game or two. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay if he's not 100%. They have like he's put up numbers. You know what I'm saying? Top five quarterback unexpectedly. He was undrafted in fantasy leagues, and he was lighting up.
Shout out to Cynthia in the building.
Shout out to Cynthia.
We see you.
For sure. Appreciate you, Cynthia.
Make sure you hit that like button if you're in the stream, man. Whether you're watching it on YouTube, Twitch, wherever you're watching right now.
So like I said,
man,
we're 25%. We're one quarter through the season, and you got to think of the rest of the season. You got to think of the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So again, if young fella got to sit down a game or two, again they have a highly capable QB2 that came in and scored a touchdown and played. Okay, they lost the game, but you know what I mean. He was ready. He was ready. It was close starting out. I saw part of that game.
I think part of it is also Miami hasn't seen success in such a long time.
You go. And
so
then okay.
to finally have a quarterback come in and actually feel like you're in a position where
they've been on the quarterback career.
Yes.
They've gone through.
So to finally have
10, 20 quarterbacks in the past 10, 20 years for sure.
A quarterback feel like you can come in there and deliver. They
real inconsistent.
If he can play, they gonna try playing, but he can't play right now. Let him rest.
And then the Bengals was in danger of going 0-4, so they won that game, and the Bengals are 1-3 after that. So they still got some life, and they still got some life. So
we got Vikings and Saints.
Did I catch any of that game?
Vikings are 3-1.
The Vikings are 3-1. The Vikings are 3-1. Along
Justin Jefferson.
Right, they're
that
tied
boy
with the
can
Packers.
play.
They're tied with the Packers in the NFC North.
I mean, yeah, you hit the little Justin Jefferson thing. You gotta hit it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hit that ball. Woo.
And then we
shout out to Justin Jefferson, man.
Yeah, the Saints. I think James Winston's banged up. Alvin Kamara's banged up. I think Michael Thomas was banged up. I have Michael Thomas in one of my leagues, so they're dealing with a lot over there. Next,
Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, no, but Justin.
10 catches, 147.
Tell him. Yeah, I would have drafted him.
He was
not available. And no draft I did. He was not available.
They got a good receiving core in Kirk Cousins.
And then
he just got to stand
what's
up.
The other one? Adam
Thielen.
Thielen was hot stuff 3-4 years ago. He was the man. He was a WR1. Now he's WR2. He was top 10 receiver a few years ago, but he's
still 8 catches for 72 yards.
Come on, so but again, but Dave Jefferson on the field, like I said, he's able to it opens up the field. Those are one of the top, wide receiver duos. Again, I don't have a dog in the race, but I mean, like I said, the Vikings are one of my sleeper teams. I said it before the season started.
And what you were saying, just in general, if you draft a wide receiver that is capable like that, and I hate to put it like this, but regardless, Adam Thielen's going to see less targets. Adam, even in this game, you kind of look at it. Justin Jefferson, 13 targets, 10 receptions. Adam Thielen, 9 targets, 8 catches. So, it's just the simple fact that they're just going to target the other receiver more. Granted, like I said, Justin Jefferson is like
it's nice to have.
He could easily be the best receiver in the league.
It's nice to have a capable receiver across the field, and you don't get targeted majority of the game. We'll talk about other teams that aren't as balanced, aren't as deep, but the Vikings have one of the better wide receiver 1-2 punch in the league.
So we had Browns at Falcons. I didn't catch this game.
I didn't catch either. The Falcons beat the Browns. I remember predicting the Browns, so the Falcons
But the more losses the Browns get, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. That's divisional.
Keep losing.
Divisional.
Keep losing.
Divisional rival keep losing in the AFC North. No, but the Falcons won that. They're still alive. Marcus Mariota is playing for the rest of his career. I still feel that. I mean, it's wide open. I feel the Buccaneers are self-destructing. So the Falcons won that.
Hey.
Next game we have the Dallas Cowboys beating the Washington Commanders.
Now the Dallas fans thought that they just did the greatest thing ever. I'm on social media. They cheering like they won the Super Bowl last week. I was let me beat the Redskins.
Let me give them some due. Like I said, I'm gonna say I'm a hater, but 49ers and Cowboys have had their matchups, and it is what it is. But the Cowboys had I didn't know this. I looked up Mr. Cooper Rush. I didn't know who he was. From the outside looking in, I didn't know who he was. I looked him up. So he's an undrafted free agent. Okay, same year as Dak. I didn't know that. You know what I mean? And then so I'm just breaking it down. So he's been there. Some again, same as Dak. Let's get that out the way. He left in 2020 for a little bit. He got cut for Andy Dalton, and then he was on the Giants with his old head coach Garrett. He was on the Giants, and he was with his old head coach. He was there for a little bit, and then he got cut from there and came back to the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? And then again, he's won a couple games. Again, majority of the media, the majority of the people wouldn't have. I mean, outside of Cowboy fans, wouldn't predict them being 3-1 without Dak Prescott. He's coming back sooner than expected. Again, but it's still Dak Prescott's team. You know what I'm saying? These guys are the same age, and you're paying Dak Prescott all the money than Cooper Rush, and they've been there the same amount of time. So they've had the same amount of time to evaluate both of these players. They're probably around the same age, and and it's good having a capable QB2. And a lot of fans didn't know that of Mr. Cooper Rush, but he is a capable QB2, and he's winning games. But it's Dak Prescott's team until further notice. It's Dak Prescott's team. I don't know who talking about Cooper Rush going anywhere.
I gotta say something. So
why is everybody? Fans, we've gave you your light. We gave you your platform.
I gotta say something.
We're in Dallas, Texas.
Everybody in Cowboys Nation
speaking on this doggone team
is trying to crown Cooper Rush for what reason? I don't know.
That's my point.
What's up, y'all?
Stop it. Yeah, exactly. Stop it.
Y'all love it. I seen. Wait. Everybody, I hit a little whisper like, "Damn, Cooper Rush, low key, better than Dak Prescott." Bro, playing in 3 games, bro. Calm down, bro.
And when
bro playing in 3 games and y'all crowning them.
Teams don't have film on you. It's harder to prepare for you. So maybe not everyone has Cooper Rush film, and he slipped through the cracks, and he's made a play or two, and and shout out to the whole team. It's again the quarterback gets the most praise and it gets the most blame. It's QB1's fault. Before it's QB again. This is not. You go back at the beginning of the season. We're not talking about Cooper Rush, but it's the NFL and players get hurt. All the time. Unfortunately. So yeah, but no, that was big for them. Y'all
trying to crown Cooper Rush.
It was a divisional game. It's important. It was big, but maybe I heard this analogy today. Talking about another player though, but Cinderella gonna turn back to a pumpkin. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's what I mean. Don't worry. Cooper Rush isn't gonna win 10 games straight. You know what I mean? That's my point. That's kind of our point. You know what I'm saying? And when Dak Prescott is ready, guess what? He's coming back in the game because he makes too much money not to. You know what I'm saying?
Looney Tunes says he's doing what Matt Castle did with New England. So, maybe Cooper Rush will catch a check somewhere else next year. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. No.
He might catch a check somewhere else.
Heck yeah. If he play, he put a couple more winners, like I said, heck yeah.
He might run.
Again, Tom Brady went out. Tom Brady went out with an ACL one year.
Seattle might give him some money.
Randy Moss was on that roster. And Matt Castle did have a big old year. He did have a big old year, and then he went to the Chiefs.
I could have had a big year with that team, though, that they had.
Randy Moss, man.
Randy Moss, Wes Welker.
Randy Moss. Yeah, like I said, they almost went undefeated, and then they lost to the Giants that year.
So let's pull on to the next game.
So we got the Seahawks and Lions. 48-45 Seahawks. I watched some of this game. It kind of tuned in at the end after the ending of another game. I think the Lions are putting up big points. They have a great offense and they have a poor defense. So that's the Lions' problem. Shout out to the Lions. Would love to see a team like that turning around. Big advocate for hater. Hate on the Seattle Seahawks, so I'll root against them every week. They won that game, but all jokes aside, shout out to Geno Smith for reviving his career and winning games and putting up numbers. You know what I'm saying? He was down and out, and he's putting up better numbers than Russell Wilson. They already compared him to 4 games. So we're gonna get to Russell Wilson. We'll get to him. So Seahawks won that game. Next game, we have the Tennessee Titans at the Indianapolis Colts. That's an AFC South game. Tennessee comes up with the win, 24-17. My humble opinion, you have the 2 best running backs in the NFL in that game, in King Henry on the Titans and Taylor on the Colts. So those are the top 2 guys. At Tennessee, I think they're treading water respectfully, and the Colts have had 5 starting quarterbacks in the past 5 years, and that's not necessarily.
It look like Derrick Henry is back. They're giving him a lot of carries,
as they should.
22 carries, 114, 1 tutty. You know what I'm saying? Averaging 5.2, which is very decent. Ryan Tannehill, decent game, not a lot of yardage, but still very efficient. 17 for 21. 137, 2 touchdowns.
Next game, we have New York Football Giants beating the Chicago Bears 20-12. Daniel Jones had a big run. Saquon Barkley is proving everyone wrong, including myself. I thought he was going to be I thought he was not going to be as effective and durable. But
the Giants might be back though. I mean, for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? For we give it to you right now. You kind of back.
No one's running away. Respectfully, no one. I mean, you got we'll get to Eagles, but the
it making
West,
it interesting.
The NFC West, again, the NFC West or NFC East is a little bit more
it's
with the
crowded.
Giants. With the Giants being relevant, I saw a report that Odell Beckham visited the Giants. I don't know how much.
They saying Odell. They done said Odell done visited like every team. It feel like.
I mean, he was kicking at the games with his jewelry on and shit.
He's at Giants.
Got a Super Bowl ring. He was kicking.
They talking about Tampa Bay. He talking about going anywhere. Again, they talking about going to the Ravens.
Again, he got his ring and he just tore his ACL. You know what I'm saying? He is where he needs to be. Make sure he's 100%. And when players start going out week 10, week 12, week 14, he'll be available and he'll be fresh and he'll be catching touchdowns and shit. And he'll probably be in the playoffs somewhere.
So I'm looking at the stats from this game, this Giants game. So obviously, whatever the Giants do is running through the run game. Now, I will say this. They got to be careful with Saquon Barkley just because he's been so
I think one of the receivers got hurt.
But they gave him 31 carries on Sunday for 146.
That's good.
Daniel Jones, 6 carries for 68 yards, and he's the one who scored both touchdowns. But, yeah, I mean, that's good, but for somebody who's injury prone, you like to see a little bit more balance between Saquon Barkley and some of the other
get RB2 up in there. You know what I mean? Come on.
They got your boy Matt Breida on there, and he got 3 carries.
Yeah, Matt Breida, forward San Francisco 49er. He had an injury too along the way.
Next game, you got Chargers and Texans.
Shout out to Justin Herbert. He's recovering from bruised ribs, broken ribs, something like that.
They won that game though.
Oh yeah, they won the game. Houston Texans. Respectfully, Houston Texans are rebuilding team, young team, low expectations. So it's good the Chargers take care of that game. I see the Chargers being one of the AFC favorites.
Not winning the division though.
Not winning the division. Don't we got that bet with the
Justin Herbert actually played. Justin Herbert played on Sunday and played well though.
I know he's one of my fantasy quarterbacks.
I had Austin Eckler, too, on my fantasy team. He gave me, 3 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? I was like, boy, going off. 3 touchdowns. So, good showing from the L.A. Chargers. Next game. Team everybody wants to talk about right now.
Who we talking about?
So, the Philadelphia Eagles win 29-21 over the Jaguars.
Shout out to Homie Ghost, one of the biggest Eagles fans we know. The Eagles are the only undefeated team at 4-0. You have Jalen Hurts. He's my other fantasy quarterback. He's playing like one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. You had the old Eagles coach. He's on the Jaguars now. And I've made a bold prediction that the Eagles are going to win the NFC East. I said that as soon as, Mr. Dak Prescott went down week 1.
I'm looking at the stats. 16 for 25, 204, 1 pick for Mr. Jalen Hurts. It looks like they ate it up on the ground game. You got Miles Sanders, 27 carries, 134, 2 touchdowns. That was probably a fantasy sleeper for some of y'all.
No, for sure.
A.J. Brown, 5 catches, 95 yards. Man, the thing with these Philadelphia Eagles, man, they just got a really good team overall, man. It's one of those teams where if Jalen Hurts isn't having a great day, somebody else is going to pick up the slack. So
no, like I said, Sanders, he was out of the top 20 running backs, and for him to have 130 yards and 2 touchdowns, I doubt 10 running backs did that on Sunday. Right. You know what I mean? So he probably had one of the better games out of all running backs.
Yeah, good team.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 130 yards. That's big. That's big for a running back.
So, next game.
I'll let you say it.
Jets 24, Steelers 20. Always like talking shit about the Steelers, man. What's going on in Pittsburgh?
We have
what's going on in Pittsburgh?
Yeah. think we got some quarterback controversy in Pittsburgh, and we had Mr. Zach Wilson come back from the Jets. He caught a touchdown pass. You see that? That was probably like a play of the game.
Yeah.
You know
Zach Wilson.
And Zach Wilson's one of
stay away from the Mills, boy.
Yeah, he's one of the young and exciting quarterbacks. You know, he's a Gen Z. He's a Gen Z for sure.
You know, I was.
I'm
gonna bring him up like every week.
Gen Z quarterback.
I was like, let that boy play.
Under the mentorship of Mr. Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
Under the mentorship.
I bring Joe Flacco up every week, bro. Like that. Joe Flacco ain't playing this week, bro.
Joe Flacco, one of the better. He started the season because he was needed, but he's back on where he got signed for, respectfully. Yeah, QB2. You know, one of the better QB2s in the league. You know, he got one of the things on his finger. So shout out to the Jets win that game. You know, making the AFC East competitive.
Next game, and I have a clip that I have to say out. We're gonna clip this part because I'm feeling some type of way about this.
We got
game.
to. Here we go.
Bills 23, Ravens 20.
Shout Big K in the Buffalo Bills.
I'm obviously I'm a huge Ravens fan, and I love John Harbaugh to death. And this is totally me being a fan right now. I love John Harbaugh to death, bro. If you make us lose another game because you want to be aggressive, bro, you gotta get the hell out. Yo.
So how the game play? I don't think I caught that.
So check this out.
Okay, how did that game play out?
We start the game. We go up 20-3.
Okay, and
we go up 20-3.
Hey, you run the ball.
We go up 20-3. That's not even the whole story.
You run the ball, you end that shit.
So they slowly creep back in.
Time management.
They slowly creep back in. So it gets to the fourth quarter. They have made a complete comeback. So fourth quarter comes.
Bills.
It's 20-20.
Okay.
We drive down the field.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar Jackson is at the 5-yard line.
What does he do?
First down, can't get it in. Second down, can't get it in. Third down, can't get it in. Mind you, there's 3 minutes left. We have all of our timeouts.
Yeah.
We have the best field goal kicker of all time on the sidelines. Mr. Justin Tucker. We have him on the sidelines.
He's got the record, 66 yards.
So
all time.
What does John Harbaugh decide to do? He decided with the game tied and 3 minutes left to go for it on fourth down. Lamar Jackson throws a pick. They drive down the field, kick a field goal, game over.
Wow.
Why the hell we ain't take the 3? John Harbaugh. Why we lost 3 games doing that same exact thing last year.
From outside looking in, I see that wanting to be up a touchdown because there's going to be so much time left on the clock. But if you're throwing a pick, you're not asking. I mean, respect. You're not asking. You don't ask to convert for Lamar Jackson to convert on fourth down when he doesn't have to. When he doesn't have to. That's what you do when you're losing. You know what I'm saying? When you're tied in position to win the game, win the game. Some points is better than no points. 3 is better than 0. 3 is better than 0. Ideally, you want 7. We all want 7.
Man, I could see if
we all want 7.
I could see if we was if we were 7. Losing.
Yeah.
I could see if.
Yeah, that's bad.
There was time running out, and if we had did that, and then it would have just went to overtime. But for you to have 3 minutes left,
and they did,
and it's fourth.
If he wasn't who he was, that's something that gets you in the hot seat. But he gave them a doggone ring. Again, 10 years later, he's able to pull nonsense like that. Respectfully,
we lost 3 games last season because of that last year.
Because the aggressive play calling. If you were playing Madden. You're not overly aggressively.
For example, we played Rams last year.
Okay. He did that in Super Bowl against the 49ers.
Yes, but we played against the Rams no, we played the Steelers last year. We were down. We came all the way back, and I want to say it was a similar score, but the Steelers had 20. 13, we was 13-20. We scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
John Harbaugh decides to go for 2 for the win instead of kicking the damn field goal, and we lose the game.
No, I'll tell you what he did with 49ers. It wasn't. I mean, when they beat the 49ers, what he did. I mean, this causes play calling. He the the Ravens were winning. You know, just side note, the Ravens were winning, and then it was either a fake field goal or fake punt, and they almost converted it, and they was winning, like that, and they almost got it, but they didn't. Patrick Willis stopped it, but it's just like that. That's aggressive play calling. That's different. That's not traditional. You know what I'm saying? That's not traditional.
Even in that
these
case,
scenarios,
though, it's like they didn't really have much to lose on not converting that. Like literally, we could have kicked the field goal and went into overtime, or we could have kicked the field goal and stopped them.
No, they should have kicked the field goal and rely on their defense. And again, then they would have tied it up. Then it went into overtime because they kicked the field goal. They didn't score.
John Harbaugh, cut that shit out, bro. We can go on to the next game.
All right. Shout out Buffalo Bills. Shout out Big K. Okay, next game, we have the Cardinals and Panthers.
26-16.
Yeah, I seen.
Man, my boy.
Yeah, Baker got a lot of hate. They say he's not as good as he was last year.
Damn, man.
He's not as good as last
In
year.
high school, you was the man, bro.
I mean, but Kyler Murray's better. You know, Kyler Murray's better. And the Panthers again, they were 32nd in the power rankings when the season started. So the Panthers are arguably, respectfully, bottom 5 team in the NFL right now. You know, they got a lot of things to figure out. They saying how everyone's not as they say players are better under the other quarterback, but he's hurt. You know, they say everyone's not as good. So Baker's getting a lot of blame right now. Is it all his fault though? But the quarterback's gonna get a lot of blame. So he's
the leader.
Like I said, okay, well he lost, and we give him a lot. We give him a lot.
But yeah, nah, man.
You know,
I was pushing for Baker this year, man.
I mean, but he's
Baker, bro. You the underdog, bro. You gotta show me something, bro.
The Browns game. That's what started it. He was too overzealous for the Browns game. Got T-shirts made and lost to them in week 1.
It's kind of embarrassing. It's kind of embarrassing.
That shit is
kind of embarrassing.
That shit is on clearance wherever they're at. Them shirts.
Yeah, they in Africa. Well, I ain't gonna say Africa, but they in some third world country.
Yeah, all
kids wearing them.
Okay, next game, sir.
We got Patriots at Green Bay Packers.
I caught a lot of this. So shout out to QB2 Hoyer because Mac Jones is out.
That man had a terrible game though.
Hoyer got hurt. And guess what? Shout out rare QB3 sighting. He's a 22-year-old rookie, and he was playing the game because QB2 got hurt.
They ain't even got him in the stats though.
And then he got him in the stats. They was winning. I mean, but and then Green Bay caught up and won. But the Patriots had a good game. The Patriots was winning.
So I didn't catch this game. If Brian Hoyer got hurt, who came in for him?
I just said it, bro. QB3 rookie. I don't know his name. I just said it, bro. QB3. I said shout out to the rare QB3 sighting. Best QB3 of all time is Willie Beeman, Miami Sharks. Any given Sunday, Jamie Foxx. Best QB3 ever because in the movie, QB1 goes out. QB2 goes out.
They must have signed this QB3 like off the street for real.
I don't know.
Bailey Zapp.
Yeah, I didn't know who he was. Yeah, exactly. But he played.
He's so new that they didn't even have his stats on NFL.com. I'm like, no, man, I mean, like Brian Hoyer, and it's like nothing.
But it's probably his first real game. He's a rookie again. Think about it. He's a rookie. QB3 rookie. Hoyer goes out. Mac Jones went out last week on what? I don't remember.
He had a high ankle sprain.
Yeah, right, leg. So he's out. You got Hoyer. Like I said, competitive. He gets hurt. QB3. Was he again? I felt he showed some heart. He played, and like I said, that's QB2s and QB3s, man. They got they a big part of the.
But shout out to him for playing this for
playing in the game, playing in the NFL when he wasn't slated to this season, behind Mac Jones.
Next game,
the
Broncos 23, the Raiders 32.
Let's ride.
Raiders get their first win of the year. Ride. And I've been waiting to talk about Russell Wilson.
Shout out to the Oakland, Los Vegas Raiders. You know, they was in risk of falling 0-4. They was 0-3. They got this win.
After spending all that money?
Heck yeah, the new stadium, new team. They're failed first rounders, and Right, and they beat the Broncos divisional game. That's been a rivalry as long as I can remember. AFC West, Broncos and Raiders, and the Raiders saved their season, and the AFC West is up in the air, But if the Raiders would have lost that 0-4,
it'll look real bad.
Yeah, it would look bad for Carr, look bad for Adams, everybody over there.
Josh Jacobs, 28 carries, 144,
he did have a big game.
2 touchdowns.
He did have a big game.
Devontae Adams, 9 catches for 101. So a good game from their star players.
Statistically, yeah, they're weapons.
So what's up with Russell Wilson, man?
Let's ride.
Man,
let's ride.
I had big hopes for you, buddy. You know what I'm saying? It ain't over yet.
Me and Mag, one of our bets was Chargers and Broncos. We had
they only won ahead right now.
Who was gonna have a bet? Okay, we got a whole lot of football left. I'm just reminding you, reminding me, reminding fans.
As far as I know, Russell Wilson might just go crazy the next few weeks, but he had a decent game.
Who did they lose? They lost their running back.
Yeah, they did.
ACL. I've torn ACL. There's no fun. So
still got Melvin Gordon on the team.
Speedy recovery to him. So he tore his ACL and his LCL. So he lost his one of his running backs. The Broncos had running back by committee past 5 years. They got Gordon over there, but Williams, I think, is his name.
He doesn't fit in their scheme. Shout out to Looney Tune.
Their coach is questionable. They're questionable. He's not the guy of the future. He's the guy, but he's not the guy of the future.
I would agree.
I think the coach is a big part of it.
Man, Russ, man.
You pay again. What was that one game? They should have kicked the field goal, and Russ didn't go for it. Yeah, you let Russ. That's what you pay the quarterbacks.
That is
the big bucks for, to give you a chance to catch up and win the game when you're losing. That's why you pay the quarterbacks the big bucks.
Praying for you, buddy.
Yeah, whatever. My bad. Love, respect to everybody, man. All men out there.
He just salty because you know what I'm saying they done knocked him out a couple times.
It's like that. The next game we have Sunday night. Are we already there? Did we miss any of them?
Hold on, let me double check.
We got all of them. Yeah, the last one is.
Did we get all of them?
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah. So Sunday night, you had the Chiefs visiting the Buccaneers. I feel it's 41-31. Patrick Mahomes had a big game. Cool. Tom Brady, it was in Tampa Bay. Tom Brady's got a lot. I don't want to get too deep, too personal. But,
he got a lot on his mind, though.
He's got a lot going on. And, you Google it. It's out there. I believe, his marriage is there's a lot going on with his marriage, and divorce might be happening.
I only have one comment to say.
Okay.
And this is just,
whatever you guys say. Hey, man, it's your show, Matthew.
Matt got cameras. It's your show, man. On. But I'm like, damn. Yo, if Tom Brady can't keep a woman happy, golly, what? I don't know what I'm finna look forward to out here in these streets, bro.
Hilarious.
Jesus Christ. But hopefully Tom get motivated and lift the team up.
Man, 6 Super Bowls.
What else you want from me?
What more do I got to do in life?
What more do you want from me? But it's all good.
45 years old, playing the NFL.
Respect to both people in their marriage.
45 years old. He's 45 years old.
But definitely.
Yeah. That's why I believe in a lot of these quarterbacks. If Tom Brady can play to 45, dang it, a lot of these quarterbacks can play until 40. You know what I'm saying?
So we got talks with 2K in the building. What's good, my guy? I think he retired this summer and stayed at home with the family and instantly ran back to football. It's horrible in these married streets.
Oh, man. Hey, shout out to everyone.
Shout out to my guy, 2K. We got to have him on, man. That's a good guy. My guy 2-3 also chimed in.
Shout out 23 and everything he's doing. He debuted his new show, and we'll
Smoke Detector.
Yeah, we'll play a little clip before the show's over. Shout out 23, man.
For sure. Shout out to 23.
One of the coolest dudes you ever meet.
Shout out to Tom Brady too, bro. I'm praying for you.
Tom Brady had the last football. Tom Brady was set. Again, he did not mess up his house, his home life, his family for some 2-2 football. For some
Looney Tune chimed in. He said Kurt Warner's wife made him retire. Brady wasn't having it.
Maybe. I mean, cause Warner dealt with a concussion too. Kurt Warner's best show on turf, you know. There was some 49ers rivalries back in that day.
Yeah.
The Rams beat the 49ers back then, you know what I mean? It's a Super NFC championship, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it runs that deep with the Rams, bro. It runs that deep.
And shout out to Nene,
Prelude.
the smoke detector. Check out the smoke detector up on this channel, too.
So, speaking of...
No, we missed the game.
Oh, we missed no game. We missed Monday.
Monday. That's the game.
No, we always end it with Monday.
Yeah.
We ended it with Monday. So, we had the Los Angeles Rams visit
I'll let you take the floor, Ed.
Come on, man. San Francisco 49ers. This final score was 24-9. Stafford got sacked 7 times. Jimmy G got sacked 0. They only kicked field goals. The running game was ineffective.
2K, we're going to answer this question after Ed finish.
Okay.
Go for it, Ed. Go for it.
Okay. And right. And then what else? Jimmy G, effective. He had a pass to Debo. It looked like it was about to get picked, but it was a dart pass. It went to Debo Samuel, 60 yards. Debo got 50 yards after catch. You know, Jimmy G put up 200-some yards passing. You know, you had Juice Check. That's our fullback. You know, he had a player too. George Kittle sighting. You know, he's back. And again, we gave up 0 sacks and we sacked him 7 times. And then to end the game, the score was what was it? It was 17-9. And you sent me the clip. And then I saw it, of course. And then I don't want to say the young man's name wrong. He's a second-year guy. He's been training with Troy Polamalu. So there was a lot of I looked at the last episode, just how I predicted the Rams. That's what happened. They lost a lot. They have problems at O-line. You know, everybody does. So what? Their running game is ineffective. Their starting running back has been a no-show, Akers, and they've given a lot of carries to Henderson. But they're both struggling, and they throw it to, and I said it last episode, they look to throw it to Cooper Kupp all the time, and they said it the other night. They said the Rams look like a shell of their former selves. They said that on Monday Night Football. Somebody said it. And then you're throwing it to Cooper Kupp, and let me ask you a real quick question. What's one of your favorite plays on what's one of your plays on Madden? What's one of your top plays? What's one of the probably top used plays in a game?
Well, my favorite play was always deep cross, but
what am I getting at though? What's effective? What can be effective if your defense is not expecting it, but it's
I used to do flea flicker quite a bit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I hit him with the QB draw.
Okay.
Another one.
I'm waiting for you to say it, but I might say it if you don't.
I didn't play Madden in a minute. So.
Screen pass.
Oh, yeah, the screen game.
Pass.
Yeah, screen game.
So screen pass, ladies and gentlemen, it could go to your running back, go to your receiver, and screen pass.
Especially when you throw it into a blitz.
Right. So screen pass, your quarterback, again, there was screen passes to Debo, screen passes to Kupp. That was a lot of the game.
Yeah.
And then so screen pass to Kupp, he's already did that once or twice. You know what I'm saying? So you might take a step or two and turn to your quarterback. So it's not too much of a route, and everyone's already blocking for you. And, it's a way to catch the defense off guard, because if you're not expecting it, everyone's falling back on defense. So that's what opens up the screen pass. But if you're blitzing or the screen pass is coming, it is one of the most easier plays to intercept. So it's high risk, high reward, screen pass.
Yeah.
And if you're playing Madden, you're going to bust out a screen pass to a running back, to a receiver at least once. I don't care who you are. You're using. So my point being
Just to make the defense
that's coaching. There's McVay and there's Shanahan, which were both assistants in Washington 10, 20 years ago, whatever. So these coaches have played each other a lot. The 49ers head coach, the Rams head coach, obviously in the same division. And in the regular season, Shanahan is 7-0 against McVay in the playoff, or not the regular season. Yes, we lost them in the playoffs. So we have a lot of success in the regular season. And what we got to get done. And this was a statement game for the NFC West. All the teams are okay. So this is what happened. I was going, but the screen pass. The safety intercepts it, pick six, game over. You know what I'm saying? After getting picked again, Stafford is again after getting hit, sacks 6, 7 times. You throw it to Cup every play, and again that was the play of the game. What's his name? What's the young man's name? He's a brada. He's a oos. He's number 21, number 29 to Talanoa Hufanga. Second-year player, 22 years old, out of USC, number 29.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, Gen Z player, born February 1st, year 2000. Had a pick six, won the game. Like I said, I'll get to switching gears somewhat. The 49ers defense, again, I've said it, one of the top defenses, arguably top defense in all the NFL, for sure, top 2, top 3. And again, they had 22 fantasy points. Again, 7 sacks, pick 6 to win the game. So it's again, and this was for the division, because if we would have lost it, the Rams would have been 3-1, and they would have been the clear cut leaders of the division. We would have been 1-3, and the other teams are 2-2. All the teams are 2-2, but we have a better record against the division, and we have a better record at home. So hence we are technically the leaders of the division after 4 weeks. It's all tied at 2-2, but technically we have the tiebreakers, and that's what the tiebreakers are based on: home records, divisional records, after wins and losses. So that's we'll get too excited, but again, shout out Jimmy G, effective game. Shout out my boys, man. Again, it was we'd have been in a lot of trouble if we lost that game, but we won that game against divisional rival, one of the more hated teams if you're from Northern California, in the Rams, and we did that. So I'm excited.
We gotta let some other people come in here and use the room. But before we go, I want to just touch on the comments that are the last few comments we got down here. Talks with 2K, and I'm answering questions. So Talks with 2K says, and this is a non-sports related question, but I'm going to answer it. Would y'all select your career or your wife?
Yikes. Hold on. Time out. We talking about Tom Brady? I probably would have retired. I would have retired because he already did what he came to do. He won the 7th one. The Buccaneers, wasn't clear-cut to win it again. His heart's not in it. His fire wasn't in it. And you talking about your wife leaving and she got more money than you. That's what I'm saying. Her net worth is $400 million. It ain't got nothing to do with him. She's a super-duper bajillionaire superstar model. Super duper.
If I'm Tom Brady, I retire.
If
I'm Patrick Mahomes,
right.
Bye, shorty. Peace out. If I'm Patrick Mahomes, I'm just gonna be like, yeah.
Tom Brady old enough to be Patrick Mahomes' daddy. 45. Yeah, Tom Brady like 45. Patrick Mahomes probably like 25.
So Talks with 2K says, honestly, you wouldn't have your wife if it wasn't for your career. Damn. In his case, that's probably true. 100%.
Tom Brady did have humble beginnings come the NFL.
But Tom Brady don't have nothing left to prove.
Correct.
So that's why I say that. And he got kids. So it's like,
and she want him to retire.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you gotta come on. But okay. Here's another thing. What's 1 year to like the rest of your life? You know what I'm saying? My point being, like, you know what I'm saying? You can't go through 1 year, this and that for the rest of your. Again, that's a life thing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's a life thing that they both agreed to, right? So I feel, again, I don't want to, I look at things at all angles. I don't want to favor Tom Brady just because he's a man. I don't want to bash women per se, but you know what I'm saying? What's the issue? What's the issue? You know what I'm saying? Like, and if there is an issue, it's beyond.
It's more than
it's beyond
football.
This season. It's beyond this season. You know what I'm saying?
It's more than about some football.
It's beyond this season. You know what I mean? But maybe is it a variable? Yeah, I guess. But come on now, it's his livelihood. It's his career. It's a big part of his identity. It's not his whole identity. You know what I mean? Like, let the man. You know what I mean? Let the man. You know what I mean? But like, you know what I mean? But next man up. You know what I'm saying? Next man. They was ready to move on without him. They was ready to move on without him because he retired. He retired.
2K coming with that heat, boy.
Gronkowski retired.
He said, "I think it's selfish of her for him to make him choose."
I can dig it. I can dig it. I mean, like, come on, like she can't be. She's worth $400 million. She can't be with him.
At the same time, I'm like, yo, when you got that much money, what is y'all complaining about?
Yeah, Wednesday time, money, energy, trips.
When you got this much money, like
she got about 1,000 Birkins, right? She got about 1,000 red bottoms, 1,000 cars.
What are we complaining about?
What are we complaining? What are we talking? Hashtag what are we talking about?
What are we talking about?
Hashtag what are we talking about? Okay. Well, a time check. Let's.
No, we gotta wrap it up. But
we wrapped it up.
Praying for you, Tom Brady. Shout out to Nene. Shout out to Looney Tune. Shout out to my guy Talks with 2K. I see you, baby. Shout out to 2-3 Cups. I see you. You was all up in here. Shout out to Justice. I see you in here too. Don't think I ain't see you. Shout out to Cynthia. Shout out to this dude from overseas, I don't know who he is. You need to like the stream, subscribe to the channel.
Shout out to our partners, sponsors. We got Bistro 808, the restaurant, international cuisine. We have Never Satisfied Studios. That's where we're at. Making a podcast. Come holler at somebody over here about making your own podcast if that's what you want to do. We have the clothing line. Shop Never Satisfied. You find us in a lot of places. What else? Shout out to everyone Never Satisfied. Shout out to the CEO of Never Satisfied, Double R. We never forget him. We shout out to what else? Shout out to Everything Is Both, the movie coming to you in 2023, starring Jason Mitchell and Barton Fitzpatrick and Edward W. And shout out to Dynasty, the movie starring Little Flip, Linus, and Edward W. And what else, man? What we got?
I think we 2023. We gotta let somebody else get up in here. If we hate they well with our sponsors.
What we talking about? What, we're not done. What we talking about?
No, I think
we got. Okay, yeah. We good, man. Yeah. Episode number 14. Normal Guys Talk Sports. Merch coming soon.
We got
merch coming soon. See the logo. See the logo.
It's over there. There you go. Yeah. Shout out to that. Shout out to my guy Trap. Shout out to Trap.
Trap out the blue on a Wednesday or whatever. Today's Wednesday. He texts me and Matt a little group chat, and he made about like 3-4 designs. This is Shout Trap. He said, hey, shout out to you guys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Shout Trap. You know what I mean? He's like, hey, I appreciate y'all consistency. Keep it up. We get a lot of support. Again, I'm not, I don't be, you know what I mean? I promote the show. I market the show, of course. But it's not, I'm not just bringing it up. It's not all I talk about. People bringing up the show to me. You know what I mean? People bring up the show to Matt. So we appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate y'all supporting. Appreciate y'all helping us grow the channel, the show. Shout out to our other show. That's what we forgot. Shout out to our other show. Shout out to Shit I Don't Know. What's up, man? Come on, Shit I Don't Know, man. You better come on, man. Hey, come on, man. Shit I Don't Know, man. This week. Shit I Don't Know. Shit I Don't Know, man. You better.
Actually, he want to go to that side.
You want to go to that side? Okay, shit. Got all my shit on there. Yeah, man. Come on, man. Get in here, man.
Hey.
Talk about Lance. Talk about the show.
Hey, man. Hey, look, man. We got a. Hey, man. We up next on the show. Shit, I DK.
Yeah, they coming in right after us. Man. We got a tight schedule. In here.
Yeah.
They coming in right after us, man. They getting ready to get started, man. They low key putting us out. That's why we wrapping up the show. Wrapping up the show, man. No, man. Support, man. Shout out to the shit I don't know, man. Shout out to 23 Cups and his show that just premiered today, I believe. Shout out to like I said, shout out to 23. And his show, what's it called? Smoke Session, something like that.
Smoke Detector.
Smoke Detective. Yeah, and then
That's it.
That's it. I mean, okay. Wrapping up. We'll see you guys next week.
We'll see y'all next week.
Probably Tuesday.
Hopefully Tuesday.
Hopefully Tuesday.
Out.